Good day to you, and thank you for joining me in this Paddocks tutorial. Today I'm going to deal with the issue of authority to sign contracts in a sectional title scheme. Now, a normal sectional title scheme enters into numerous contracts every year, so this is an important issue, one that comes up regularly and can cause considerable difficulties. There are three common misconceptions that I'd like to deal with. First, in no instance is the chairperson always empowered to sign a contract on behalf of the body corporate, nor is he or she ever the only person who can do so. And all trustees are not automatically empowered to sign contracts, as you will see. Signature of documents in a sectional title scheme is dealt with under Prescribed Management Rule 27, and the text is on the screen now. This management rule contains a clear statement that body corporate documents are not binding unless they are signed by at least two persons. The only exception is the case of a levy clearance certificate, which can be signed by the managing agent alone. And of course, this is not a contract, it's simply a certificate. All contracts have to be signed either by two trustees or by one trustee and the managing agent. In addition, the trustees and the managing agent involved have to be authorized to sign the particular contract. A trustee or a managing agent can't represent the body corporate in the signature of a contract unless he or she is duly authorized to do so. And that authority will normally be in terms of a trustee decision, but it could, in theory, also be in terms of an owner resolution. The authority should be reflected in the minutes of a meeting or in the text of a round-robin trustee resolution. The proper procedure involves three distinct steps. The first is for the trustees to make a decision, recorded in a resolution as set out in the minutes of the meeting or the text of a round-robin resolution, to the effect that they approve the contract and that the body corporate will enter into it. The second element, which of course can be dealt with at the same time, is for the trustees to decide who will represent the body corporate in the signing of the contract. In this regard, they must specify particular persons, one of whom may be the managing agent and the rest of whom must be trustees. In the case of the managing agent, they must be holding office in terms of a valid contract, and in terms of the trustees, they must be holding office in terms of the rules. The third step, of course, is for the authorized person to actually sign the contract. Once these steps have been completed, a valid and binding contract, at least from the body corporate side, exists. Now, what if the signatories aren't in fact duly authorized? It sometimes is asked. Well, the short answer is that it can be complicated, extremely complicated, and may well end up in litigation or arbitration, which is why it's so important to follow the three steps that I've outlined above. How should the signatures be set out in the contract? Well, the fundamental thing is that it should be clear that the person is not signing in their own personal capacity, but in their capacity as a duly authorized agent of the body corporate. And the example that I've given you on the screen now was one way in which you can make this obvious. It's not the only way. Any way in which you make it absolutely clear that the person acts in a representative capacity will do the trick. Thank you for joining me in this Paddocks video. On the screen now you see some detail as to how we can help you in other regards. Thank you.